Good day, everyone. I'll be reporting the first part of Chapter 18 entitled A Whole School Approach. This chapter explains how peace education can become more effective when the entire school community works together in promoting peace, and not just one teacher or subject. Introduction. The authors Loretta Navarro Castro and Jasmine Nario Galais explains that peace education should not only happen inside the classroom. It should involve the whole school, including administrators, teachers, staffs, students, and even parents. They believe that schools have a very important role in building a culture of peace. This means creating an environment where values such as respect, justice, understanding, and nonviolence are practiced every day, not just talked about in lessons. What is the whole school approach? It means that peace education becomes part of everything the school does. It's not only in one subject or the teacher's effort, but it is the curriculum, activities, policies, and relationships within the school. Apil niini ang overt curriculum, which includes the formal lessons and subject taught in class, ug ang isa ang hidden curriculum, which refers to the values, attitudes, and the atmosphere we experience in the school environment. For example, kung ang school nagtudlo bahin sa peace unya daghan og bullying ug kawalay respeto, dili gyud tinuod nga nagpasabot nga peace. That's why this approach makes sure that the message of peace is consistent in everything from classroom lessons to how people treat each other. Why this approach is important? The authors emphasize that even if some teachers teach peace topics, it won't be enough if the rest of the school doesn't support it. The whole school approach ensures that everyone is working together for the same goal, to make school a peaceful and caring community. Kung ang vision, mission, curriculum ug mga kalihukan sa school nagpakita og peace, ang mga students dili lang magtuon og peace, ila gyud kining mabuhay og ma-experience matag adlaw. This approach also helps the school become an agent of transformation, meaning usa ka lugar nga maka-inspire sa komunidad nga magpuyo sa kalinaw ug pagsinabtanay. That ends my part for the introduction and concept of the whole school approach.
So the next topic will be the K components and example, which is the Mariam College. This is Christelle Miam Saigako, your second reporter. So this is the key components of whole school approach. To fully practice peace education, a school must work on several areas like vision, mission, and goals. The school's mission should express commitment to peace, justice, and respect for human dignity. Example, Miriam para sa kapayapaan, katarungan, at kalikasan. So the next one will be the curriculum and learning methods. These concepts are integrated into all subjects like math, science, social studies, and many more. Teachers use participatory, cooperative, and reflective learning methods that encourage dialogue and empathy. Also, school structures and relationship. School rules and systems must reflect fairness, inclusiveness, and respect. Relationship between students, teachers, and staff should be nonviolent and democratic. Also, conflict resolution should be peaceful and respectful. Without further ado, we have community engagement. The school should connect with the community through outreach program, social action, and environmental projects that promote peace. It is very important that we should engage in community through these programs for them, that we encourage them to educate what should peace can be and how would peace affects their lifestyles. My last topic for this report would be the example, Miriam College, Philippines. Miriam College adopted a whole school approach to peace education. It declared itself a zone of peace in 1991. Peace lessons are included in various subjects and teachers use interactive learning methods. The school encourages cooperative learning, reflection, and active participation. They also hold peace-related activities like community service, peace gardens, and environmental program. So this ends my reporting. Thank you for your time and God bless you all.
Challenges. Institutional support. Strong commitment from administrators and staff is crucial. Dini, lisod ang medyo crucial siya kasi lisod basig makuha ang commitment ug pagsalig sa mga staff ug administrator. Resistance to change. Overcoming resistance from staff and students can be difficult. Training needs. Providing adequate training in peace education and conflict resolution is essential. Then, limited resources. Budget constraints can hinder implementation and sustainability. Limited resources like basig apike sa budget or something like that may maka-challenge. Long-term commitment. Changing school culture requires ongoing effort and patience. Basin niya lisod pod ang lisod mausob ang kuan sa culture sa school, so need gyapon siya effort ug patience. Implications. Improve school culture. A more positive and supportive environment benefits everyone. Increase students' well-being. Essential life skills like conflict resolution, empathy, and self-awareness are developed. Understandable kay na siya. Better academic performance. Improve attendance, engagement, and academic achievement follow. Understandable gyapon ayo. Community impact. The whole school approach promotes peace, understanding, and positivity beyond the school walls. Dili or kay sa school tanan aplan pod bisag sa gawas magamit yapon ang self-awareness nga kuan sa whole school approach. Then sa conclusion, a whole school approach to peace education requires planning, commitment, and resources. Despite challenges, the benefits are significant, like katawan, self-awareness para pod sa mga estudyante. By working together, school can create a positive environment that fosters well-being and success for all.